Hello, ladies, gentlemen, others, and welcome today to episode number 14 of our PvP Clip of the Week series. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back, and if this is your first time here watching one of these episodes, let me go ahead and explain how this works for you. So every week we take PvP clips from all of the major platforms, from PC, Xbox, and PS. We take them from every server, we take them from every class, every kind of player, all kinds of play styles. We take them, we watch them, we talk about them, we have some fun, and then you guys have the power to go and rate them and vote on who you guys think should win Clip of the Week for this week. Last week's winner was Nice ESO. His clip is currently playing as we speak, so make sure to go check out last week's video for the whole thing. If you want to get involved, check the description for all the information you need to jump in and have some fun with us. Don't forget to join the Discord, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos, and without any further ado, let us go ahead and get into the killing, shall we? So coming on into clip number 1, we have HeavensLastGift on the PlayStation playing some Stamcrow, and he's just going to go ahead and blast this guy's bones real quick, bringing him down and dividing him from the equation. Coming back out now onto the flag, he sees a battle buff DK, who he's just going to absolutely wallop right here. DK tries to do a nice little dodge roll, moving it out of there, but the blast bone says no sir, and takes him straight to hell alongside him. Now, LastGift is going to have a little bit of rest and relaxation here. It's been a hard day, his feet are sore, he's gotta relax, you know, just simmer down for a moment. Unfortunately, a couple of dudes come down the hill and decide they're going to fuck up his well-earned reprieve, and he's going to have to run all their fates right here, right now. And he gets ready. He's getting his buffs up and stuff when a Dark Convergence does, of course, yank him out of his comfort zone, and then he gets bombed as well by the Gank Blade with the Kalurian, all the fun stuff that you don't want to have to deal with. And he's dealing with it right now, but he's got a big fat Dawnbreaker here, massive Dawnbreaker slap with the Blast Bones for the follow-up, bringing this Sork down to less than 1,000 health, but the streak does save his life, and he heals back up with his pet chicken, and he doesn't get to secure the kill, but it's okay because he's patient, he knows he has the damage, and he knows he can take the damage from these guys without feeling too much pressure, so that's what he's going to do. He's going to go ahead and face tank all these guys like an absolute Chad. He's going to go ahead and focus here for a moment on the Nightblade, who is going to be the biggest problem because of all that damage, the Kalurians, all that fun stuff, but he's going to be quite elusive, and it's going to be kind of annoying, and now you can see that HeavensLastGift is dealing with some weird freeze-up issues, and it's going to make this fight just a lot more difficult. Now he's going, again, to just keep on tanking through here, wait for a good opportunity. This guy's at about half health, slowly healing himself, so he's going to hit him with a big fat Dawnbreaker, followed by the Blast Bones. The Dawnbreaker tick is going to finish him off. On to the Sork here, who is still at half health, but the Sork is staying highly mobile and shielding up, healing himself. Turns around, the Nightblade is on to the res, or at least he's trying to, but I think he's having a hard time getting it off. Doesn't matter though, because HeavensLastGift is going to go ahead and get in there and lock him down, make sure he doesn't have the opportunity to get that man back up. Go ahead and pull out the Blast Bones here, crack this man's chin with the Dizzy Swing, follow up with another Dizzy Swing to bring him down. Blast Bones blows up, everything just lines up perfectly there, and it sends that man to the afterlife. Now, again, we have people on the reses and two bodies that are very, very far apart from each other, so it's going to be very hard for him to keep on top of both bodies at the same time. Big fat Dawnbreaker smack there with the Blast Bones, bringing a lot of guys down really, really low, but the game, again, is kind of fucking him there, and there's just too many of them. The bodies are all split up, so he's not going to be able to keep them all down, so he's got to move. So he's going to go ahead and get inside the tower here, gets frozen up by the time stop, very annoying. Turns around on the stairs, gets his heals up, pulls up the Blast Bones for a good offense here. Gets a nice big fat Dizzy Swing combo here with the Blast Bones going off. Gets this guy very low, but he does start dodge rolling like he's playing a fucking Dark Souls game or something. And he narrowly avoids death. So again, HeavensLastGift gonna get back on the heels on it to the buffs, get the Blast Bones up. Notice this guy's hanging out at around half health, very, very slowly healing back up, so that's going to be a perfect target. He goes ahead and swaps his tab target there, smacks him with a big Dawnbreaker, being sucked in again by the Dark Convergence. Luckily for him, this guy doesn't really understand that having low health is quite literally bad for your health. It's just kind of how it works, so he goes ahead and revokes his breathing privileges and gets him out of the fight. And now there are only a couple of guys here on him. They're not doing much damage, so he feels pretty safe. Unfortunately, boom, two Nightblades out of stealth with the ganks, so he's going to go ahead and distance himself, get up the stairs, and, you know, get ready to engage. This guy is at half health here, so he's going to go ahead and line up a massive Dawnbreaker smack. Boom, right here, bringing all those guys onto their asses and killing the one at low health. perfect play, getting the heat off of him and the heat on to the bad guys. Very, very good. Now this guy's trying to res at about 5 HP. That's not a good idea. Gonna go ahead and crack his neck real quick with a nice, nasty execute. Again, landing up a massive combo here on the resers, bringing 2 down immediately, sending their souls to the unemployment office, and now focusing on the guys that are at low health. A lot of these guys are just gonna run away, and it's going to be just one more fella here because the 2 Nightblades decide they no longer want to catch these fucking hands. So our boy is going to get, or girl, I actually don't know, get the buffs up, line up the combo on the Sork, bring him down, and that is the last guy in the fight, and that is the end of the clip. Coming now into clip number 2, we have returning face Upshot, bringing us some regular old Stamina Warden Dizzy Swing gameplay. He usually does something a little more weird and unique, but today he's just playing old school and he's cracking some skulls here. This guy's trying to get away. He's gonna go ahead and donkey punch him in the back of the head, crack his neck, and bring him down, get him out of the fight. Now on to this Sork here. Narrowly avoids the Dawnbreaker. I don't know if he got hit by it or not. He is taking a lot of damage over time, but either way, he's not going to quite die just yet. He's going to keep streaking away, keep shielding and healing himself and doing his best to not die. So Upshot is going to stop chasing him, focus on one of the guys a little closer to him, and try to get rid of him, get one guy out of the equation, doesn't matter who it is, but they're all going to heal through it, so he's just going to get his buffs up and get ready for another good attack here. Come on in with the big fat combo on this Nightblade, but doesn't that just shit your shorts? He hid in stealth, and Upshot didn't get to follow up with the damage. So back onto the buffs and the heals here, making sure he is taking less damage and healing through what he is taking. Back onto the offense here with the sub and the Donnie. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit anything but a pet. Absolute whiff. Hate to see it, but that is just Dawnbreaker. That is what playing with Dawnbreaker feels like. Does locate somebody here that failed the vibe check, and he's going to go ahead and absolutely eradicate his spinal column with a couple of executes. Boom, bring him down. On to the next guy here. Next guy is going to take massive damage from the combo. He's trying to get away. The Subterranean Soul is going to chase him down. Same thing with Upshot, chasing him, cracking his head open with the execute. Catch this Sork through the streak with the Dawnbreaker, bringing him down, and then on to the final guy here on Siege. Put the fear of God into him to the point where he had to get on the ballista, and that is the end of Upshot's clip. Coming on into clip number 3 here, we do have yet another returning face with Leaky Faucet. He's been poking this little hornet's nest here for a little while, and they're starting to get a little agitated to come out to fight him. Unfortunately, they do not expect Leaky Faucet to be packing that big noodle damage, absolutely destroying the first guy, giving him the old Cleveland steamer right to the noggin there, decimating him. Now, the group is going to jump on him only after they get their friend back up, because if it's not 6v1, these boys are not interested. So Leaky is going to get his shade up, get his heals up, and just try to get a good engage here. Big fat surprise attack combo with a nice fat execute, bringing down another guy, dodge rolling away and trying to avoid some of this damage. These dudes are not very brave. They only chase him halfway around the rock before they realize that if they chase him any further, they're probably going to die. So they turn around and instead focus on getting their dead friend back up. One Templar gets a little brave until Leaky looks at him funny, where he decides that it's time to run away. I can't do this. So yeah, now Leaky is just going to have to come up behind them and try to give them what for. So coming in here, he's going to go ahead and open up on the first guy he sees with a massive end cap, almost bringing them down, but he does get bad-mannered by the old trusty Dark Convergence, pulled away from the fight there. So he's got to go ahead and shade out, get his buffs up, and just wait for them to come and chase him for another 12 seconds before getting too scared to keep it up, which they will do here for a moment. But they do get a little nutsy, they do get a little ballsy, and they decide it's finally time to put this pest down, which is more or less what Leaky Faucet is hoping for. Opens up with a little bit of a light attack there. I think he was trying to do something else, but the guy backpedaled a little too fast. Doesn't matter though, big end cap there, but he's taking too much pressure from that Templar's Crescent Sweep to follow up with more damage. So he is again just going to, you know, stay elusive here, stay out of harm's way, and just wait for the perfect opening. This guy is at about 70% health, opens up with a big fat combo, heavy attack, surprise attack from stealth with the execute. Now he's got this DK following him all by himself, gonna go ahead and absolutely rip his fucking kneecaps off and slap him in the face with them. Boom. Now the one guy did get back up. He did catch a res because the Templar was straight onto the res. So now he's going to go ahead and get on that Templar, bash that res. Couple of surprise attacks here with an Executioner, bring him down. Cloak up real quick for that guaranteed crit. Big end cap. tries to surprise attack him there, but the targeting decides it's not going to work for him, but it doesn't matter because the guy decides to keep jabbing instead of healing, and he does take the L. So now he's got to go ahead and finish this group off. He heads over to the door where there are just a couple here, 3 of them. There's one hiding in stealth, and he's going to take a lot of pressure, a lot of damage, and these guys, I think, yeah, they camped up. As you can see, there's a camp over there in the distance, so everyone that he just killed is now back, and they are not very pleased with his past actions. He gets a big fat bow on the one guy there, but he doesn't really get to capitalize because the man is dodge rolling like an absolute spaz, and there are 4 guys all trying to steal his shit from his pockets at the same time. That is not good. So he's going to go ahead and just try to kite away here, and it does end up doing him some real good. But first he has to get through this fucking minefield here. He's getting chain pulled, he's getting AoEs thrown at him, all sorts of crazy stuff that we don't like to see. But one guy gets a little too brave, chases too far by himself, and catches the old business here, bringing him down with the executes and taking his sneakers. Now he comes on in here, back onto the group, trying to finish him off. Targets the first one that he sees, which is very, very weak. Hits him with a massive bow, tramples him like a fan at a Travis Scott concert, and just decimates him. On to the next guy. He brought this Nightblade down to very low health. Nightblade decides that he's going to full offense instead of heal, which was a big mistake. Catches a big fat in-cap crit to bring him down. Go ahead and bash that res. Couple of surprise attacks here. Big fat damage. He goes full offense with the jabs instead of healing, and he does pay the price for it with a big executioner. Now he's going to go ahead and line up this man's fade real quick and just bring him down. Big fat in-cap. Surprise attack, light attack there, surprise attack, dodged it, doesn't matter, execute, finishes them off, and that is the end of Leaky's clip. Coming on now into clip number 4, we have DudeBeChill over on the PC playing some Magicka DK. Now I know there are a lot of Magicka DKs currently running around in Cyrodiil, but DudeBeChill is going to show us the true potential of this class and just show us how much fucking havoc you can wreak on a group that is not ready for you, because honestly, this feels like a scene out of a fucking horror movie. I don't even know what else to say about this. Gonna go ahead and finish off the first 2 guys there with nothing but dots. Nice and easy. On to the next guy. He's getting pulled in by the Dark Convergence. Doesn't matter. Gonna go back and chase this guy down because he's not healing. Noodle him. Finish him off. Now, big fat leap here through this man's block, pressuring him. He doesn't give a shit if he's blocking or not. You go ahead and bring him down. Instead of bothering with that Nightblade, he's gonna go ahead and get rid of this healer here. Nightblade's going to get a body back up, but he's going to go ahead and interrupt the next res with the inhale, with the leap, bringing him down. On to the next guy here. This guy's not healing himself as well, taking a lot of damage from those dots through his block. He does eventually start healing though, and he doesn't quite go down just yet. Doesn't bother DudeBeChill though, because he knows what kind of a demon he is on this battlefield here today. You can go ahead and get the buffs up, do the inhale here, big fat leap, boom, Plague Break blows up, drops 2 of them immediately onto this guy who was rezzing, not fast enough, gets the healer back up. The healer's going to get up here with low health. Going to go ahead and get the inhale, the talons, with the leap, blow him up onto the next guy. Again, not healing very well, and he's just kind of standing there. He does end up getting enough off heals to stay alive though. Onto this next res, bash him, boot the snoot. This guy's running around with about 5 HP. Going to go ahead and leap him, crack his neck, kill him, finish him off. On again to the next res. He gets fucking stunned right before he gets to bash the res, so that is one more body back on the field. Doesn't matter though. He's going to go ahead and focus on the guy that just got back up because he should be at low resources. But the guy that just got back up has some stones on him, and he starts putting the damage in. Start putting in some pressure instead of just running around like a chicken with its head cut off like everybody else. Unfortunately, those stones only resulted in his own death, bringing him down with a big fat leap there. Someone just died to some dot from something. He's getting some siege support from up on the keep now, and this is what I'm talking about when I say it feels like a horror movie, because there's just absolutely nothing these guys can do. There's another one with the leap, with the whip, onto this next guy, bringing him down low with the inhale and the stun. There's just absolutely no chance for these guys. Now he's got one guy backing him up, and it's just over at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and inhale this guy, talon him, just stay on top of him. He's probably the tankiest one in this group here, and he's dodging. This guy seems like he has a bit of an understanding of how to play the game, but he just chose the wrong opponent, and DudeBeChill is going to show him how big of an error he has made today with the deep breath into the leap, into the whip combo to bring him down, and then now chasing down the last guy with his friend here to finish him off, and that is the end of his clip. coming on into our 5th and final clip, we have Bibenz JP over on the PS4 servers here. Comes outside, sees two guys, runs up to box him up when he sees an entire stealth group there, so he's going to go ahead and lay down the smackdown on the first guy. Just cracking his neck before he has a chance to wake up from his little nap he had there. Pops the sword and board ult to stay offensive here. Absolutely beautiful commitment on the low health guy there. Just egos him at low health himself and plays risky. We always love to see that. Now he's going to go ahead and get over here onto this guy who is rezzing. Try to bash the res, not quite fast enough. Going to go ahead and just bring that guy back down with the breath and the execute. Leap on into the guy that got him up and bring him down. This guy hasn't healed himself since he got rezzed. Crack him open with the execute. Easy peasy. Now it's just two more guys left, and they are a little beefier. He's going to go ahead and focus on the necro until he realizes that that's a necro, so he's going to just play it safe and focus on the Sork here, which was a great idea. Brings the Sork down with minimum effort back onto the necro, who hasn't healed himself yet and is just trying to do some damage. Don't know what he was thinking there, and it doesn't even matter. Biben's just gonna watch. He's just gonna watch as the dots tick away on him just to see what happens, but he gets a little bored of that, so he's gonna try to finish him off here. Necro finally remembers that he does have a button on his bar that heals him, and he presses it, narrowly avoiding death. Biben's just gonna go ahead and full send this here, bringing him down really low again, but again, one button heal, doesn't matter. Catch him with the big fat dizzy swing into the dragon leap, into the execute, brings him down, and that is the end of Biben's clip. And with the end of that clip, guys, that is the end of our submissions for this week. So if you guys would like to support who you think should win, make sure to head over to my YouTube community page and vote and do that, because it's just a fun little activity that I'd like to see people participate in. Next week's episode is going to be a special one, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell if you want to see it, because it's going to be just 2-man clips, so 2 men versus armies. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to record. I've got some crazy clips lined up for it, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it quite a bit. If you would like to support me and the content in the future, I do have Patreon, I do have YouTube memberships, and I do have Twitch, where I stream pretty frequently, and I'll be streaming over on Twitch right after this video is done premiering on my channel. So if you're hanging out in the premiere right now and you want to come and join me live, come and join me live over at twitch.tv/KuroESO. And yeah, without any further ado, guys, thank you so much for stopping in, spending some time with me, and, you know, just having some fun. I love you guys. Mwah. I appreciate you. You guys have a freaking amazing day. Kuro out. Like I follow you.